Like so many people drop out.
I'm gonna give you just face value. So we were a lot of Somalis studied in my university, innit?
Oh, yeah.
We were 45 students in first year. We graduated with 7.
Well, I think you like superheroes, bro. To me, wallahi, bro, wallahi. No, I'm being serious, bro. I've got issues with my knees as well. I need to chat to you, man, about that. I'm being serious, wallahi. We chat after, bro. We chat after. What's going on, people? What's going on, guys? I'm acting like no one's here. What's going on, guys?
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. My bro, you want to introduce us?
Assalamu alaikum. Nah, go on.
No, please. Go on.
Today, wallahi, this is a special moment. Yeah, of course.
I'm learning from the YouTube master, bro.
Go on.
Listen, you know how awkward and weird it feels to be on this side? Because now we have to actually be vulnerable. You know, it's easy to sit on that side. It's so nice to just ask questions. But when you're on this side, yeah, you're on guard.
No, but sometimes the questions have my questions or anyone's questions have answers that you didn't think, and you think, what the hell? I just went left.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Asked him 2 + 2. He come up with the whole story background.
You're thinking,
what's going on there, bro?
And now you're there thinking, okay, maybe
how can I bring this back?
Yeah,
how can I bring it back?
Reel it back in and that.
How can I reel it back in?
No, well, thank you for inviting us, man. Wallahi, we're honoured.
I appreciate it, man.
It's a special moment.
I've been looking forward to After Hours for a while, man.
Bro, I've been chasing you individually, and then you individually, and then I thought, you know what? Get them both here, bro.
Why not? Let's do
why
this,
not, bro?
We appreciate Wallah, especially Allah being in one of Brom's finest, obviously.
Bro, don't do that, bro. Don't do that, man.
Nah, listen.
Don't do that, Wallah. Chill.
Hot property.
Chill, bro. What the hell, man?
Come on.
What's going on here, bro? I got 2 doctors with me. How about that?
Oh, relax.
That's what I'm saying. 2 big doctors, bro, and Shepherd and that. Shepherd.
No. That's it, man. Okay.
No, well, I appreciate having you guys here. Obviously, we're gonna speak about a few things. From the T-shirt, we're gonna be speaking about SSCOPE Boyz. SSCOPE. I don't know why I just said SSCOPE Boyz like it's a band. SSCOPE. We're gonna be speaking. Is it SSCOPE Boyz?
No, it's not. You're right, man.
Yeah, it's SSCOPE. We're gonna be speaking about SSCOPE. Established 2014. Although I thought it was 2018. I don't know where the 4 years.
The
4 years.
No. That's when it started.
Was it really?
Yeah. 2014,
Mashallah. Okay, 14. I got corrected. I thought it's 18 that I don't like. It's not 18 now?
Nah, well,
just checking. Just checking.
Come on.
And obviously, the brothers went to out their comfort zones, studied abroad, came back as refined men and doctors.
I like the emphasis on refined
men. That's what I'm saying.
I like the emphasis on refined men.
Refined men and doctors.
Yeah.
So, obviously, but both of you, I know you both individually and together. Abdifatah, we went to college together.
Listen, how long has it been? 50 years?
Why did you just do that?
Why
did you just do that, bro?
You have to.
Yeah, I think it's quite some time. I don't remember.
You have to put you on the spot, man.
Jibril, we grew up together in ends.
Yeah, it ends.
It ends, bro.
Let's just keep it like that.
Jibril, we grew up together in ends. Yeah. But wallah, I'm glad I can always, look to my future and say, mashallah, the guy's a doctor. You get me? And he used to copy my chemistry homework, you know what I mean?
Bro, no lie there.
I feel big.
We've all done the over the shoulder look, you know what
I mean?
Remember, before we even get to that chemistry homework, remember when that Harry Potter book?
Yeah.
Good old days.
Yeah. It was. I remember.
Wallahi, that feels so long ago, though.
Yeah, it does. It was good times, man. Wallahi, it was good times. So, I want to ask you, both of you could chime in, whoever. What was the first? Why did you study abroad? Why didn't you just do your medicine route here? Was it longer, or what was the reason you went abroad?
Well, why we went abroad?
Yeah,
you know, with everything in life, innit, just one thing happens after the other, innit. I think for me and Abdifatah, both of us, medicine was something we wanted to pursue for a very, very long time. I remember, but obviously coming from the background that we did, the avenue to try to get into medicine. It wasn't laid out for us in a very nice, neated plate. You get it? It was like, get your grades and try to move forward. But there's a lot more to it than that. And we tried several ways to get in, and the option eventually came out. You know what? Listen, there's not just the UK that's available. You get it? Even though at the time it seemed crazy. Like, if you want to, you can go abroad and do it. And then at that moment, it was like, nah, man, I'm you know,
I'm comfortable.
I'm comfortable here, whatever this type, whatever. But it was like, nah, listen, go there, bang it out, and then come back. But even then, there was a point where it was uncertainty. So that bit of uncertainty was something to get over. But like we saw like maybe one person going there, and then you know how some islands are. One person goes over and you ask them, yo, how is it? It was kind of decent still. Okay. Yeah. And then the next person comes over, and then like one thing.
You both went different places, right? You went.
So I went to a country called Moldova. It's between Ukraine and Romania, and Abdifatah went to Romania.
Romania, that's the one. Yeah,
neighbors, but same thing. In essence, you know what I mean. If people
like Eastern Europe is
it like everything? Is it like everything? Like most things in life, with Somalis especially, there's a trend and a wave that everyone gets on board, and then it's done. It's still going, right? People are still going.
Yeah, 100%.
People are still going.
It's not common here in the UK, but from the rest of Europe, especially Finland, there's a lot of people who go there.
People are still going. Yeah. Okay, so if you can later on or halfway through, you can explain. Okay, you can ask. I'll ask you now. What was the journey? How did you go?
What, as in, besides jumping on the plane?
Yeah, besides your mum saying, besides your mum, let's be honest, Boy was a big influence. Our parents was a big influence.
Yeah, no, like they're the ones that facilitated, you know, the option of, you know what, this is, you know, they will even do the research for you. Like, yo, listen, my cousins, grandmas, sisters, daughters studying there. Yeah, you as well go there.
True,
you know
true.
Hey, like what, Moldova? I had to Google that. I had to Google it.
You didn't know nothing about it,
bruv. I didn't know nothing.
Wow.
I had to Google the main city, the country, and I was like, okay, it's a bit mad. And then I had to scout it out. One guy went there early, and then he shouted at me. He said to me, Jibril, wallahi, bro, it's normal. It's Ken, just come through. I went there, measure. I was the only black person for miles, the radius. Everyone just looking at me, staring at me. I thought this is gonna be a mad thing. But as soon as I started, and I realized, you know what, this is what they're teaching me. This is what all I wanted in life, and I thought, yo, it's a no-brainer, and I just got used to it.
If you can you explain like how could I go, for example? Not me. I'm not as smart as you lot. But how could
I completely disagree with
No.
In this essence of like, I genuinely believe you don't need to be smart to study medicine.
Facts.
Passion. You need to be like dedicated, right?
You need to be
6
dedicated
years is
and
a long
consistent.
time.
And you need to work hard.
Of course.
Wallahi. And that's what it is. You know, like anything you keep chipping away at, you have to just like that. You will get somewhere if you work day by day. You will get there. Like, I think my journey was a bit different to Jibril's in terms of why I even went. You know, I went to a completely different school. Obviously, you guys are closer in terms of where you lived, innit?
Yeah.
For us, where I lived, it was difficult in terms of the school system, because obviously you guys had a lot of ethnic minorities in your school.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
What school did you go to?
Shireland.
Is that past Victoria Park?
On the side of Victoria Park. You know where Hadley Stadium is, where everyone plays football? That school there.
Okay.
Yeah, that school there. Yeah.
I'm sure it was multicultural as well. Was it not?
No, it's multicultural, but it's like, in terms of people that are trying to do something, they used to tell us, yo, listen, most of you work in chip shops and corner shops and that.
Wow.
Do you know what I mean?
And the teachers are saying that.
Yeah, man. Like, I remember like at 14, 15, remember Connections?
Yeah.
I remember sitting in Connections.
Best Connections.
Career advice.
Career advice, remember? Yeah. And then they're coming, like, from year 10 onwards, you had to at least go once a term or something.
Oh, yeah, 10.
I mean?
It was a work experience as well.
Yeah. And then you have to look at work experience. They have to kind of look at, you know, your projection. Like, how many GCSEs are you going to get?
I remember.
Bro, it was nightmare.
Yeah, I remember.
I remember sitting there, and his teacher, she's like, oh, so what do you want to do? I must have been year 10. Or
what did you say?
Like, I said to her, I want to become a doctor.
Wow.
Yeah, she was like,
MashaAllah.
I know it's good to be ambitious, Abdi.
Already you know where he's going.
Bro,
wow.
Like, but you need to be realistic.
Hiya, why can't you be a doctor?
If you get 5 A stars to C's, like, you've done well. Like, do you know, like, this school, you know, we're trying to get as many people to pass their exams as possible. I was fuming, bro.
No, that's true. That's just their credit. They just want to they just want to
churn them out. That's why I've been honest with me, obviously.
It's true.
But I was fuming, man. I was thinking, what? Like, how can she say that? Do you know what I mean? And maybe because I'm the eldest in my family, maybe because you know, I don't know. As Somalis, we have this thing in us where you can't tell me what to do. Like, who are you to tell me what I can and can't do? That's that day I thought, you know what?
It's true. I'm gonna do the opposite.
Yeah.
Just because.
Well, like, just because.
Just to spite her.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I did medicine just in spite of her.
Yeah,
just
I know
to
you
prove
mean.
her wrong.
I like that. I like that one. Like, so was that because after college you went uni, yeah?
Yeah,
and then you went there.
And then I went there. So for me, like, I always wanted to do medicine. Like, I like helping people. And the thing is, obviously, there's so many professions where you can help people. Do you know what I mean? But you need a bit of autonomy. You need to be kind of working for yourself. You know, like, the other thing is I hate working for people. Do you know what I mean? I want a job where, you know, I'm helping people, but I'm working for myself. And I think for me, what stood out for me was medicine. Like, I can open up my own clinic. I can do whatever I need to do. And I could go back to my country and help people that I need.
It's probably the most respectable profession.
It is. It's got a lot of respect as well, even though we don't get paid. So
we'll talk about that as well.
What's
going on? You're both vaccinated, yeah?
You know what? If I could collect that,
I'm hearing you're about to lose your jobs, bro.
If I could collect all the claps in my bank account, you know what I mean? You know, I mean, they live a different life. Bro.
Yeah. No, I was clapping as well, bro.
I
was clapping on purpose, bro. I hope you hear that, boys. Now, a lot of people just doing it to take the piss, bro. Like, what's that? What's an applause?
I've yet to convert that currency in, but you know, when I find out, I'll let you know.
Well, mashallah, bro. So, with that studying abroad, both of you didn't know anything about. Did you know about Ukraine?
Nah, Romania, you mean?
Romania, sorry.
Yeah,
Romania's in. No, you're not in Ukraine, is it?
Nah. Next to each other.
Close by.
You know
what
I mean,
you said Ukraine. Well, Ukraine's in my head now. It's a neighboring Ukraine.
I told you, bro.
It's
all them sides.
Did you know about Romania?
Not really, no. Like, I wanted to study like abroad after. Like, I had tried a few times here. The horrible thing about medicine is you apply in October. You submit your paperwork in October, and then you have to wait for a long time. Like, you have to wait till maybe March or April to know if you got in, and then you know you start the next September/October. Do you know what I mean? And I start looking at time, thinking, listen, man, you know, you ain't got
but what if they don't accept you? You're thinking as well.
Yeah.
1 year wasted.
One year wasted.
Yeah.
And you know, like when you're Somali, bro, you can't be sitting around thinking, I'm trying to study medicine. They're like, yo, you're deluded.
What you do now? Yeah.
Do now.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't care what you're gonna do next year.
Yeah. Have them hassle it. Yeah. What you doing now?
Get out of here, man. Do something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I start doing research. Well, I didn't know anyone that was studying abroad at this point. Yeah. I'm there thinking, you know what? Let me look into this like properly. And then you start realizing, yo, so-and-so is abroad. So-and-so is abroad. Like, it wasn't common.
Yeah.
I mean, you reach out to people. You hear about all of these different countries. I start looking into Bulgaria, Czech, Poland.
Just so you can get up and be a doctor as soon as possible.
There's people that have been to China, Sudan.
I know about China as well, yeah.
Mexico as well,
dentistry there as well, right?
Yeah.
One of them, both of them, I imagine.
Dentistry, pharmacy.
Yeah, I know a guy that did dentistry there.
Medicine as well. So it's like you would only know if you actually, like that said, if you reach out, and then, but people just used to just like disappear and just go there.
What's the one where all of you came back every summer and just came back as a clique? Was that you, the boys from Ukraine, or was that the Romania?
Romania.
The boys, Romania boys.
Yeah,
so there's like 5 of you from Birmingham, I imagine.
Yeah.
It was like good 5.
Good 5 of us.
And then you were alone.
No, the thing is, from Birmingham.
Yeah, from Brum.
From Birmingham, there's a couple of us. Most of them went to Moldova.
Okay.
You know what? Hirsi.
Oh, you're the Hirsi boys. Why are you taking it, bro? He's the Hirsi boys, bro.
I got Lempa and all of these.
Yeah, okay. After Hirsi did. Hirsi came back, made noise every year.
Lempa, you see what he's doing?
But even with Hirsi as well, it was like, how was over there? Bro, I just told him, bro, come through, man. It's Ken. Just come through.
Oh, he came 1 year after you, right?
2 years after.
Yeah.
So it's just basically, yo, how is it? How you finding it? And then just went.
Because I look, you like kept it hidden. The fact that you were there for about 4 years, and then after it became so cool, I can imagine you got close with everyone. You met a community there, because your graduation pictures was like a whole vibe, innit? It was like a good 30 of you. I thought, wow.
Bro,
I seen that.
It's a whole entourage.
Because
in the beginning, it's like, yo, where'd you go? Like, yo, oh, Eastern Europe. What are you going there for? It's mad. And then it's like, and at that point, you're just going to be like, you know what? I'm just doing this for me. I'm just going to get on with it. And then you come back. Oh, how many years you got left? Oh, I'm 45 years. 5 years, bro. Okay. How many years you got left? 2 years. What? 2 years? Well, how many years? I'm finished last year.
Yeah. I was talking to a friend about that. One of my friends became a doctor as well, and he said the same thing. He said, either way, 6 years is going to go by. Either way, it's going to go by. Yeah. Well, I might as well just, you know what I mean? I might as well become a doctor. But it's the same with him. He was like 6 years is a long time, and then 5 years. But you don't see the person for that 1 year.
Yeah.
4 years, 3 years. You see him every summer. 1 year. Yeah, I'm a doctor, bro. Qualified.
But also, like, a lot of people, you have to over-explain and seek validation for the choices you make.
Wow.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you're out here trying to convince people.
I'm feeling that over, because a lot of people had to explain that stuff to me. I'm being indirectly talking to me, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Why would you go there, bro?
Yeah, I did say every time, like, go on, but this is big. Go on.
Like, you're out here trying to, you know, obviously, it took a bit of energy to convince yourself first. Do you know what I mean? So you have come to terms. You're there thinking, all right, you know what? I'm doing this temporarily to get to a place where I need to be. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And obviously, you've done the calculations and you thought it's worth it. Do you know what I mean? So now, you see someone, you're explaining to them, you're like, what are you doing now? Yeah, I'm doing medicine abroad. Where? Eastern Europe. Rah, bro.
Bro, yeah. Isn't that what that man are from, bro? What's going on? What's
like, why do you want to do that, man? Yo, there's bare unis there, you know?
Yo, stop right now, bro. Stop. You're hurting me. It's like you're talking to me directly.
And the thing is, it was like a echo chamber. Do you know what I mean? It was everyone, and it's not just your mandem. It's not just, it's your family members, it's your mandem. It's like randomers. Everyone is thinking, like, we start hospital now, and they're like, oh, like, where did you do uni? And you're like, abroad. Where? Romania. Really?
Yeah.
Because they're shocked.
Yeah, they wouldn't clock because like we grew up here, innit?
Yeah, but then some hospitals, literally everyone's like British, the nurses, the receptionists, everyone, and then they call the big doctor and he's Indian or something like that.
Yeah.
So I can imagine everyone's abroad.
But they're foreigners. We're not.
Okay.
They're actually from that country and they studied there.
So they're thinking, why do these guys that came here, uni, college, everything here, go there?
No, they look at you, they're like, where did you study? So they're expecting Nottingham, Birmingham, Manchester. Then they'll be like, Romania? And they look at you like, but you're speaking English?
Yeah. Okay.
So, I mean, not just English, speaking English.
Yeah, it's really good English. Yeah.
They have a difference, but it's not the best. But
so they're surprised, man. They're not used to it. They're not used to people packing up their bags.
And no one is, bro. Yeah. Let's be honest. No one, unless you're going back home, bro.
That's exactly.
And there's a reason for that.
Yeah, there's a reason for that. You're missing for a few years. Where did you go back home? Whatever. I imagine it's like.
Nah, but like the real question you need to ask yourself, like, you know, whatever you want to do in life,
why?
How much, like, do you want to sacrifice whatever you want to do? Do you know what I mean? Like, if you're not going to compromise or sacrifice something, you don't really want it.
Don't want it. Wow.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This guy's deep today, bro.
Nah, wallahi, we have to go there.
Philosophical, bro.
You know what, bro? I asked recently on my Instagram, I asked people, like, you know, I have a lot of mashallah, aspiring doctors are studying, or people who are or you know, are doing medicine at the moment, and they want to know how it's like, and people that I know have been doctors for a couple of years, innit? So I asked them, you know, what do you guys feel of the profession? How do you guys think about it? And you can kind of tell from their answers why they got into it in the first place. You get it?
That's good.
There's a lot of because obviously from someone who's outside perspective, they might think, you know what, hey, medicine, wow, it's a noble profession. You're gonna get prestige. That's maybe the one thing. Or you're gonna get a lot of money and you're gonna get a lot, and it's not that hard work. That's another thing. Or you enjoy the science and you enjoy the biology and you love it for that. Or it's a people person type of job and you enjoy it for that.
Can you be all four?
Yeah. You can be all four.
Yeah.
I mean,
like in between, sorry to interrupt, but like just to add on to what he's saying, within us doctors, we can tell why you went into medicine.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what's if I was to ask you now, put you on the spot?
Me,
yeah,
I have a passion for. I was a nerd.
The medicine.
Yeah, I was always been
that
a
was
nerd.
stood out to me. Yeah,
I was a nerd. I was the bookworm. I used to love that stuff,
Yeah.
innit? And I thought, you know what? Yeah, what's the best profession I can get into that I know I can get job straight away, and I know that I can enjoy learning.
It doesn't stop, does it? Medicine.
Yeah.
It doesn't stop. Yeah.
As I grew older, I became more of a people person.
Yeah.
So I'm just probably that guy that likes bantering around, talking stuff, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Rather than being on my own in a lab or so, in that kind of setting, or in a back in the day, give me like a little microscope, I'll just be like, you know, just looking at it. But now I'd rather be talking to someone. And the job environment I'm in.
You can do that with
everyone,
that.
Yeah.
Oh, what about you then? How would you?
I'm more of a people's person. Do you know what I mean? Like, if I can help you, I'll try to help you. So it's like, it comes natural where, you know, I want to help people. It makes me feel good. It's my, you know, everyone has a fuel. If I can help you make a difference, then that's it. That's like, if I could do medicine for free, if I was rich today, you know, and that question they always ask, if you were a millionaire, what job would you do? I still do medicine.
So wallahi.
Because I enjoy it. It's just that medicine or something along that lines, you know, like working in a charity, giving back to people or whatever it is, somewhere where, you know, you're helping people that you don't want anything from.
The problem now arises.
That's medicine, basically. Yeah.
The problem now arises like working in the NHS, the system that is in place right now with pandemic and everything. A lot of people have been overworked, not just doctors, nurses, healthcare professionals. Everyone's kind of going through it right now, and people have been going through it even before the panic. It's just been highlighted now because, you know, I mean, people like, it's on the news, isn't it? But it's the job is people enjoy their jobs, or like nurses enjoy their job. It's just the fact that they're running around wild, like, oh, I need to do this, I need to do that, and doctors are running around, and you know, they're working 50-hour, 60-hour weeks, and they're just exhausted to the point where they're like, yo, like, you know,
they're not being appreciated.
They will tell you, I don't enjoy the job.
Yeah,
it's not because they don't want to be in that profession. It's just the working conditions is kind of mad. You know what I mean? Stretched out. Do you get it? And it's just
It's not like that everywhere, though. I think that might be just the UK.
Yeah.
The profession, the doctors have got a lot. There's love for them in other countries. Maybe not in the UK.
There's a love for them in the UK as well. The only problem is the pandemic has made.
Oh, has it just been the last few years?
Yeah. The thing is, like, we've always been underpaid. I feel like the two most important professions are fields is like education and health, right? And they're probably the two fields where you get paid the least. Do you know what I mean? Like, no one can beat anything without a teacher. So, like, how they're on 24, 25, 28K, like, it don't even make sense.
Ridiculous, isn't it?
Do you know what I mean? A starting salary for a nurse is 24,000.
And they're putting work.
Bro, doctor is nothing, bro. Being a doctor is a joke compared to being a nurse.
You just come and you save the life, and that's still a big thing, man.
Nah, but like everything, like imagine
everything up to that.
Yeah,
they do.
Like football kind of analogy. Yeah, they dribble past every player. They square X the keeper. They make what they do is they square it to you. It's you and the goal.
And all you do is tap it in.
You do is tap it
Sometimes you see them goals and you want to celebrate with the guy who made the assist.
Yeah.
One of the guys who scored the goal, innit?
I put a video up. I've got one out of your one. I've got one. I put a video up. I don't know if you remember. He's passed to Walker. Everyone ran to Walker. He's like, no one ran to him. Yeah.
You get it? So it's a bit like that, basically. You get it? Especially if you go to the patients and stuff. And, you know, I've had patients that say, oh, thank you so much for your help, doctor. You've been amazing. And then the nurse is there, the healthcare is there, everyone's there. Bruv, all I did was prescribe a little bit of, you know what I mean? I've
seen them. And then they check the book. I said, you done that. Yeah. Give him that.
We're calling them bed 11 and bed 15 and that. Wow. And
they know the names.
What do you mean? They will tell you she's got 3 kids, you know.
Granddaughter.
The dog is not feeling too well.
And you know the most, you have to like look back and be like, it wasn't me, it was a team effort, you know.
Yeah, but do you say that though? Do you say that though? Really? I think he loves it a little bit.
I'll be like, yeah, thank you.
But go on.
And then the patients but then they notice, oh yeah, these lot here too.
Everyone's here, yeah. Okay. But that's now. You're at Nottingham. Last time I spoke to you.
So I worked in Nottingham, but I'm working in more of a district hospital now. It's in a bit of on the East Coast, them sides. It's a small town. You probably if you know it, you know your cities.
Go on then, let's hear it.
It's called Boston.
Wow. He said, you mentioned to me last time, I forgot. I said to you, what, you still in Hollywood? Was it New York or something?
When I mentioned that, I'm working at Boston. They're like, bro, when did you move to America?
Yeah. Mate, just claim that, man. Just own it. A while ago.
Original Boston.
Yeah.
Original Boston.
Okay,
It's a little town. I enjoy it.
I'm in Birmingham, man.
Where?
Queen Elizabeth.
Oh, you're QV.
Yeah.
So I think he's there as well.
Who?
Inside.
Yeah, he's about as well. Like he's between, because obviously it's a big trust. So he goes from one hospital to another hospital.
Okay.
He's here.
Top guy.
Can I tell you a secret, brother? Though I'm not gonna lie to you. Innit? Me, low key, one of my small dreams is I want to come back and work at Harlan Hospital.
That's not a small dream. That's a big dream,
You
bro.
know why? You know why?
Why?
Because that's the hospital. Check out when I used to get injured.
Yeah, that's where it was, bro.
So my family gets most. I used to run to Heartland's Hospital A&E.
That's home.
That's
Heartland's
home.
home. Heartland's is home.
So
this guy would know.
Yeah,
he wouldn't know. He's from the other side, man.
the other side.
He would know. Heartland's hospital. City Hospital, they kill you, bro. Wallahi, billah, City Hospital.
Such a bad reputation.
City Hospital, yeah, City Hospital.
So inshallah, I want to come back to Heartland's just to work in A&E department, just to be like, you know what, man's back. I'm here on the other side.
Yeah.
Inshallah.
No, that's good. That's good. What about when you were studying? What was the dynamics like there? Did you ever feel like a place homesick? Homesick could be one, right? Because I can imagine you've been there for so long. Is there ever a case where you think, not just homesick? Give up. Do you ever think you want to give up?
Yeah. There's been so many times where you question yourself, where you think, you know what? Why am I doing this? Is it even worth it? Because you know the hardest bit about it was you're getting older. Do you know what I mean? You're getting older. Everyone around you are making money. Yeah, people are buying cars.
Yeah.
Or enjoying life.
Going on holidays. Social media don't help.
It doesn't, does it?
Do you know what I mean? So you're there thinking, oh wow, like, what am I doing with my life, man? I'm stagnant. You're out here counting pennies, bro. Do you know what I mean? Thinking, yeah, you know what? Today I've got this amount of money. So you're thinking, listen, there's a long-term vision. It's not happening.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It's getting too long.
It's getting too long.
Long-term vision was not meant to be this long.
I tell you, bro, the beginning of 68 was like uphill. You can't even see, like, yo, this is some long. You can't even see the end.
Yeah.
When it got to about third year, I could see that. You know, the horizon.
Yeah.
Yo, it's not that far. It's not, you know, we're getting, and then 1 year, and then we got to like maybe 2 years left, and it started getting a bit better. But in the beginning, it's the motivation that you require is mad. And then Snapchat was my worst enemy, bruv. Like, go on Snap, I see one of my guys, just enjoying going on holiday. You know, because everyone at that point, I think we were about 22, 23.
That's what everyone
at that point kind of finished uni.
Yeah. People are graduating.
Or they're taking a year out to just have fun.
Yeah.
Or they're maybe doing a master's or whatever, innit? But at that point, everybody's like free because they've done through college, they've gone through uni, and now they're living life, innit?
Yeah.
And I'm out here just starting this momentous task, innit? So I was like, these man are chilling, bro. Dash my phone, bro. Get out of here, man.
And that's the hardest. I think, you know, people talk about social media and whether it's easy or hard or whatever, yeah. I think that was the hardest bit.
Yeah.
It was just seeing yourself stagnant. You're not stagnant because obviously you're chipping away at your dream, like one step at a time. But that's how it feels like.
1 year at a time.
Yeah. You feel like, what am I doing? Like, yo, I'm abroad. People are graduating. People are getting married. You're out here at the other side of the world trying to become a doctor? Really? Like
from scratch.
Yeah, but is that really what you want to do? Do you know what I mean? And then you think, yeah, you know what? Every day, when you like 6 months in, 1 year in, obviously you see you closer to your goal. So you need to be really tunnel visioned. You need to be highly motivated. Yeah. And I was hella homesick, bro. I used to come back every opportunity I could. You know, like every 3, 4, 5 days, the smallest of national holidays. If I get a weekend plus 2 days on either side, I'll be on that flight.
And it's
same for you.
Yeah, it's mental conditioning as well. I think if I didn't reformat my brain in the way where I told myself, Jibril, this is going to be your life. Don't think about what other men are doing. Don't think about enjoying things. Think about uni, and then going to work. Then going to uni, they're going to work, and having like a repeat cycle. Do you get it? Just doing it again and again. Even going on a holiday, you'd have to work even a little bit extra, and then just to have maybe go on a remotely budget holiday to Morocco or Turkey or something. Do you get it? Even that's, you know, and you know, even going on a holiday, it's gonna bite you. But wallahi, bro, if I be honest with you, brother, though,
imagine,
this is, you know what I mean. Not many people know this, but the fact that all those years, it did affect me personally. I don't know about Fatah, but me, it affected me to the point where, you know what, even when I finish uni, I was still on myself. I need to grind. I need to, you know what I mean. There's no time to rest.
That grind culture, innit?
But people are like, yo, Jibs, you finished, man. No. I need to do the next thing. I need to work. And it took me a while to, you know, try to, you know, decompress and that. Then shaqan blave. Then shaqan, now I'm focused again. I need to grind again. So it's just trying to.
It's not a bad thing though.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. It's just sometimes you need to, you know, what I mean, you can have
life.
My burnout.
That balance.
Yeah. You gotta enjoy. I can't sit still. I'm very like ADHD. I need to be out and about, running, whatever, that type of thing. But it's just you need to shape the environment to get to where you want to get to, innit? Yeah.
What makes it easier is the fact that you're abroad and everyone is in the same situation as you.
Did you have to what's the word I'm looking for? Did you have to change? I'll just keep it simple. Did you have to change your friendship group? Because I can imagine for you, I used to see a lot every summer with the same doctors. I would say not then, but now apparently. Not now, mashallah, the doctors, but you used to be in one clique of doctors. So did you have to change your friendship circle from previous?
Do you know what it is?
What happened? Yeah, do you know what I mean?
First, you need to ask yourself, why do you make friends with someone? Why are you friends with someone? Why do you even? Because you get along with them. But you share. There's more similarity between you. You share more experience with each other, innit? Some people might not understand the same vision that you're going, but some people, you don't have to explain yourself to them. They're going through what you're going through, so you can, you know what I mean, you can bond over that thing. But I have inner circle. Everybody knows my inner circle. But then I have an extended circle where I see people all the time, whatever. And just naturally, some people you grow apart. Some people you know what I mean, you maintain that distance, but you maintain that respect. I think the good thing about men in general, we understand this person is on a path. Yeah, and you know what I mean. It's all love. It's all love. He's doing his thing, whatever. We're not maybe as close as we used to be, and you know what I mean, chat about the same stuff or whatever, this type of thing. Yeah, you know what? It is what it is, isn't it? And
because I asked that because obviously you're doing something brand new. You're embarking upon a new journey of life. It's difficult to associate yourself with people that wouldn't understand, or you know what I mean. If you're tired late night, you've been studying for 2 weeks straight. If you say to someone, "Listen, I'm tired," every day, that person might not understand. But if someone's studying it with you, nothing needs to be said.
Nothing needs to be said.
So I can imagine why you might have.
Yeah, it's the path of least resistance. Okay. So it's like you don't have to explain yourself too much to them. We just get each other.
Yeah.
Which is that's probably where it comes to it. In fact,
was it the same for you? I can imagine.
Like I was watching. I don't know if you were watching David Chappelle. He had a interview with. I forgot the guy's name, but a really, really good host.
David Letterman.
Yeah, David Letterman.
Okay,
He had an interview with David Letterman, and Dave Chappelle said, he got asked, like, do you have the same friends that you grew up with?
Oh, yeah.
And he was like, no.
Straight away?
Yeah.
Wow.
And, bro, it hit home, yeah. He said, I still have my childhood friends are my childhood friends. They will always be my childhood friends. That will never change, yeah. But he was there, like, when it comes to his comedian friends, he was there like, we understand each other without speaking.
Wow.
Do you know what I mean? And that's exactly what it is. And that's the best way to explain it. Like, the man that I grew up with, anyone that is from like Birmingham, anyone that is from the ends, we're still boys. Yeah. You get it? Like, we grew up together. I have so much history with them that can never be erased.
Do you know
what I mean? And it's all love. But the people you do medicine with, it's a completely different struggle.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? And then you understand each other's struggles without speaking. You've gone through things with each other that you haven't with your childhood friends, because childhood friends, you didn't choose them. Yeah. Honestly speaking, like, it's environment where you grew up. It's, you know, the circumstances you were in at the time, that's who they are. Do you know what I mean? Whereas your childhood friends, whereas your friends, what's it called, that you chose, these are people you took the same path of. Like, these are chosen friends.
Yeah.
You get it?
It's a big difference.
It's a big difference. You can get rid of, like, people you've chosen. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the more you go through together, the closer you grow.
form that bond.
You form that bond. So I feel like childhood friends will always have a special place in because they know things about you that these people you've chosen as your chosen friends will never know.
Yeah, I got some stories about you still.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? How exactly? But and the thing is, your chosen friends, obviously they understand who you are as a man today because we all grow.
Yes,
do you know what I mean? So they know the Abdifatah of today. Your childhood friends know who you were, and some of them know who you are today. They've come along with the journey. Do you know what I mean? But I feel like they're your childhood friends are the closest thing in terms of family because they can humble you.
Oh.
Do you know what I mean? They can tell you the harsh truth, and you know where it's coming from. You feel like, you know what, actually,
I've been there before I even started. Yeah,
I know. He knows what you wanted. You know your visions, everything. Your chosen friends, this shared struggle is what has brought you closer. Do you know what I mean? So it's like you can't say like, obviously, do you change friends? It all depends. Wallahi, like you have two groups of friends.
Yeah, preferences.
It goes without saying sometimes.
It goes.
What about people that want to partake in your journey and want to study medicine? Are they reaching out? Are you getting a few of those?
Yeah, we get a lot of messages, especially both of us anyway. Like a lot of Somalis in the same boat that we were in, studying abroad and asking questions. How do I get into the UK? How do I apply for jobs and stuff, that type of thing. When we started, we were kind of the earlier batch. We had to do a lot of research on our own. We had to, Google. We have a governing body called the GMC, what they required, what kind of training programs we can do, what kind of specialty training we can do. But the kind of knowledge we have, it's easy for me to just pick up the phone and talk to someone and talk them through it rather than them go through weeks and weeks of course. You get it. So a lot of people do reach out to us and we respond to them. So
my biggest thing is I try to always dissuade people from studying medicine.
Why?
That is my ultimate goal, is to dissuade people who don't really want to study medicine to save them time.
Oh, like if you're not on it, just leave it out. Yeah,
because it's gonna be the worst journey you've ever done
if you're not 100%
if you're not on it.
Have you seen any of that? I wasn't asked.
Bro,
have you seen that while you were there?
Yeah, everyone, like so many people drop out.
I'm gonna give you just face value. So we were a lot of Somalis studied in my university, innit?
Oh, yeah.
We were 45 students in first year. We graduated with 7.
Wow. Yeah. To be out of them 7.
Yeah. So
must be special, man.
Graduated with 7. So maybe 2 of them transferred to other places. Some of them were they went around. Transferred here, whatever. To get it. But university will quickly filter and sift through the ones.
How was it though? Every year an exam to go into the next year.
Every week, man. What are you talking about?
No.
What are you
bro,
I don't do good exams.
Bedar don't come for no reason, man.
Man, you look alright, bro. Chill, bro. You haven't seen Bedar, man. I almost upped. I almost knew. How dare you, bro? How dare you sit here and mention the word Bedar to me? Nah. Yeah. So I want to ask why you were dissuading them.
Because there's so many people who do it because their family wants them to do it.
Oh, wow.
And that's one reason. The other reason is people want to make money. If you want to make money, there's easier and more effective ways to get money.
That is a good motivation, though, to make money.
No. If you want to make money,
because it's 6 years. Bear in mind, if you do the 6 years, you're gonna make money. No, but maybe in the future.
How much money? And how much work are you willing to put into it though?
To get to that money. You know how stressful this job is.
So if I say to you, lift 50 boxes and I'll give you £7.
Is that what it?
No, I'm just saying, like in essence, you have to equate the effort, physical, mental, time to the I can't say the word, remuneration. Basically, how much money you're gonna get.
Yeah.
So you have to balance that. You know what I mean?
Did you think you're gonna come back to this kind of
pandemic?
Did you think?
There was always a bit of I used to read about these articles back in the day. They say, the way we are, with the way we just, everyone just coughing and sneezing on each other, something's going to pop off in it. But I used to read about it conspiracy-wise, but I never knew it actually was going to happen.
Yeah, because you lot came back literally the worst year, man.
Worst year, like it was crazy. But you know what, I look at it, a lot of people want to do medicine because it's got a good reputation.
Of course.
You can get a lot of money.
Man. Yeah, I feel like it.
And I feel like a lot of people go into it because they're smart. They'll be like, okay, I've got the grades. What should I do? Why not medicine?
Why not?
And it's not one of them careers, bro. It's rafad. it's a struggle. You don't want to do it if you know if that's your mindset, because you're not going to survive in there and you get depressed.
It's one of the requirements wearing glasses, because both of you.
Now we're just blind, bro.
Yeah, man.
Do you know what I mean?
I think it's from the reading, isn't it?
If I could wear contacts, big man.
Is it that bad?
Yeah, no. I've got this eye condition where check it out. Let's just say like glasses is
Shaib.
Yeah, Shaib.
Basically,
you already know. Well,
like
you already know. Yeah,
it's one of them where like you know you read a lot.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, late night reading and stuff.
Bro,
but let me tell you, you see people. Hey, you got you're clever, mashallah. You got the good grades. Why not get into it? Hey, or you want to get it for the money, or you want to get it for the prestige. That's another thing as well.
Yeah, you didn't mention that. You mentioned parents, but you mentioned prestige.
Prestige is another one, bro. There's a guy I studied with 6 years. We used to fight together, struggling, crying. I said to him, yo, I can't wait till I just graduate and I could just start working. He's like, yeah, me too. I was like, yeah, I'm probably gonna work in this specialty. He was like, I'm gonna go into construction. I was like, huh?
Construction?
I said to him, hold on, what are you talking about? He goes, yeah, my dad owns a construction company. I'm gonna take off his business. I wanted to punch him, bro. I was like, what are you doing here then? Oh, no, I just need to have a doctor. I need to have a title, then I can inherit the business.
Wow, some people got it made, bro.
So I was like,
yeah.
So I was like,
made,
why?
Yeah,
He was like, yeah, I need to have a title. You know what I mean? Back home, it means a lot. You know what I mean? People will.
Where was he from?
Palestine.
Okay.
Yeah, like that. But Hawiyan, you know, there's a lot of people.
Look at that, yeah.
There's a lot of people who are doing it for the wrong reasons, and the best thing you can tell them is the harsh truth. And then what's left are the people that genuinely want to do it. Do you get it? And then people, you support them. You tell them, listen, this is what you need to do. This is what it requires. This is the amount of sacrifice you need. Like, you know, the question people will always ask us is, you're not getting old, you know, why are you not getting married? Bro, do you know what we've been through?
Trauma.
Bro, trauma, like
6 year stretch, bro.
Wallahi, like, putting food on the table, I could just about look after myself, man.
Beans are only just I know what it means, bro.
And it's like, listen, now hadda la fikiri kara, but back then, bro,
you couldn't think like that, bro. You didn't have the luxury to think that.
That's luxury.
Yes,
bro,
okay.
imagine you're paying for your university fees, you're paying for come on, bro, you can't.
I can imagine people dropped out because they couldn't afford.
Yeah,
there's plenty of different reasons, but yeah, that must be hard.
There's
pressure on you.
It's a lot of pressure. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's tough. Wallahi, like, don't forget, you have to sacrifice something. You know, if you want a dream or goal or passion,
you have to.
You need to sit down with yourself, brainstorm. What is it you're willing to sacrifice? Yeah, what is it?
And I told myself already, man, my youth is gone. I sold my youth.
Yeah, 20's gone like that.
So I started at 22, finished 28. It's a good chunk of 20s.
You know what it is, bro.
I dashed that. You
Nothing
know what I
can
mean?
bring that back, you know.
You know what I mean?
Nothing can bring that back.
Get it. So
now you're moving forward.
I had to make peace with that. You know what I mean? So it's just you have to give up something.
For good. People listen. People are gonna think this is a bad that you left. It's for good. You lot are doctor now. Yeah, let's talk positive now.
We're putting weight on the sacrifice.
Okay.
So yeah, no, me, I'm not lying to you. I need, alhamdulillah. Okay, I'll sacrifice 6 years of my youth.
Yes,
but I know that, you know, alhamdulillah, for the rest of that, I've established myself.
Yes.
I've established my family.
I'm proud of you guys, man.
I've established anyone who comes after me. I've established my mom, my parents, my siblings, my friends, my community. If they need me, opinion wise,
the
return of investment of 6 years that I've given up,
ongoing, mate.
You got it. It's infinite. It's infinite. You get
it.
So it's just I had to, you know, cut myself there, but then alhamdulillah, you get it.
It's the truth. You know what is like, people look at medicine and obviously no one knows about it. No one knows about the sacrifices you have to make. So it's like people just see you become a doctor and it's like, rah, okay, mashallah. You must have been smart. You got the grades, you done your time, and now you're a doctor. How privileged it must be. Do you know what I mean? And that's the mindset people have. So we're not saying, if I could have done this again, I would have done it. So it's a choice we made.
Yes,
you understand? Yes. So Hawiyan, this is a choice we made. Like, I'm happy to be a doctor. Best thing that could have happened to us in our lives.
Is this the longest field to study?
No.
What's law? It is, isn't it?
It's architecture. That's 7 years.
Well.
Architecture's a long one as well.
7 years, I think.
7 years.
Pilotry.
I don't know how long that is.
Pilotry, I think you have to get money to get into that, bro.
Okay,
like 80 bags or something to get into that.
Okay, I can imagine this is probably the longest
because once you graduate, that's the beginning.
Wow.
don't forget, like,
wow. All that just to be the bottom of the food chain still.
Just to be part of the conversation now.
Because don't forget, you have to train to become a specialist. So you do 6 years of medical school, whatever, 5 years. Then you do 2 years of junior training. Then you might do another 7 years of specialist training
to become a consultant surgeon or whatever.
What is that? Is that what you? you guys are you thinking about that?
Yeah.
Are you thinking that? Yeah. Inshallah, bro.
Depending on what you want to get into, it's going to take maybe 7-8 years to get into that.
Finish. Wallah, inshallah, bro.
But it's a ladder, and you're getting paid.
Doors are open
every year you're getting paid.
Of course, yeah. But now you're not doing it for like you're not paying to do it no more. You'll get paid to do this study.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
You're learning, you're getting paid. So
that's good. Well, obviously, I think you lot are, like I said. Well, I think you lot are superheroes, bro. To me, wallahi, bro, wallahi. No, I'm being serious, bro. I've got issues with my knees as well. I need to chat to you, man, about that. I'm being serious, wallahi. We chat after, bro. We chat after. You got your
injured yesterday, bro. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm sure you can diagnose yourself. Is it now?
We'll go through the problem together. Don't worry.
Now, wallahi, you know what? Especially the fact that you weren't just doing medicine. You also started SSCOPE, which is something I wanted to talk about. I look at you as superheroes, bro. MashaAllah. No.
Gassing us up.
It's not even a gassing thing, bro. You're doing so much. Bro, the man them left the area, came back as doctors. You don't just see that everywhere, bro. Some people leave the area, come back with, you get me, criminal record. Come back with, you know what I mean? PTSD. MashaAllah, you came back as doctors. But at the same time, you were doing this amazing thing with SSCOPE.
Yeah.
Any chance we can get... What does it mean?
SSCOPE means scope, isn't it? Well, you're trying to get the exclusive. What it means.
They're an exclusive.
Yeah,
I already know what it means anyway.
Yeah. So that's.
I'm just asking for the people. I know what it means.
Yeah. Nah, your viewers don't have that.
SSCOPE means microscope. Okay. Get out of it. Is it?
Any ideas? Comment down below.
Yeah, if you know, please comment down below. I'm trying to find out what SSCOPE means.
Trying to find out. One day, inshallah.
Inshallah, bro.
Obviously,
SSCOPE.
if you give... How many likes would you say?
Oh, we're doing a YouTube.
Let's do it.
Smash the like
1,000 likes. I'll just say 1,000. Yeah? 1,000 likes, yeah.
Say no more. If you get 1,000 likes, that's it.
What happens?
Exclusive. We'll make another video.
Okay, with the meaning of SSCOPE.
That's it, and everything else. We'll get even deeper and more personal.
Is there more?
Yeah, man.
Always more.
Oh. All right, then. I thought we got deeper, but there's more.
There's more, man.
1,000 likes. Comment down below. We're going to find out what SSCOPE means. We're going to get deeper. We're going to look at these two under a microscope. All right. So, mashallah, that SSCOPE was created in 2014. Please tell me how it came about, bro. Both of you on SSCOPE, right?
Yeah. There's 5 of us.
Okay.
It feels like a long time ago now. But, it started off in uni, like up north. You know when guys are having that heart to heart?
Yeah.
We all, like, obviously, a few of us were from Birmingham and the rest were from Manchester. And it seemed like, even though we grew up in, like, 2 different cities, we're all going through the same issues.
Yeah, of course.
Do you know what I mean?
What's the issues, though? If you don't mind me asking.
All the contemporary issues of growing up black in the UK, you know, being an immigrant child,
Muslim,
being Muslim, navigating through society. There was so many things happening trying to make it. You know, like, obviously, at the time, everyone's trying to go uni, but baby steps, innit? Like, we don't even know anybody that's made it. Do you know what I mean? Our country's in shambles. Do you know what I mean? There was so many things happening, and it was like, you can't speak on anything because we've got this whole Arab culture. You know what I mean? Nah, don't talk about that. Hush, hush, taboo, stigma.
Yeah, wow.
Do you know what I mean? So we're like, you know what? Why do we need validation from the older generation?
When you say older generation?
I mean, our dad's age, you know, that generation, our parents' age, basically. You get it? That generation have fled war. They come from a different culture, you know? And we're stuck in between 2 cultures. Trying to find our feet. There was so many social norms back home that is not acceptable today. You know what I mean? There's so many things they used to do that can't be done today. And there's so many things we do today, if we went back home, it's not on. Do you know what I mean? So it was like, hold up, we're our own group of people, the diaspora. Yeah, and this new next generation, we have so many issues and contemporary issues and problems that our own family members and parents and that older generation don't even know about. You know what I mean?
That needs to be spoken on.
That needs to be spoken about. So many things where like that we're all meddled in, or like so many troubles we're going through, and mental health, and you know what I mean, like, a lot of stuff that we're going through that our parents don't even understand. Do you know what I mean? And it was like, hold up, like, why do we need their approval to do this? Because half the problems don't even concern them. Like they've lived their life, they've figured out who they are, and they have their place in society. Like, you know, they've made their spot. Like for us, we're still in between two cultures. We're trying to figure out what the hell we do in society. Like, who are we as individuals? Like, how can we make it? How can we leave a legacy? All that stuff. So we were like, listen, it's our time to just speak on matters. And the one thing that always, you know, from the older generation, we always used to get as soon as you start talking about issues, it's like, like, what do you know? You were born yesterday. So it's like, you know what, hold up, let's just make our own platforms where, you know what, it's by us, for us. You know what I mean? It's simple. And that's how it literally started. So all of these bedroom conversations that everyone has, right? Just bring it to light. And it's like,
give me a few examples of the conversation that you might have had.
High divorce rates is one of them we always used to have. Now that was a big one back then. It still is, but obviously divorce rates was one of them. The other one was probably mental health was another one. Gender roles.
Our place as well as Somali youngsters in a you know, like where did we fit in together in like in a school system together? You know what I mean? Like the white kids were the white kids, the Asian kids were the white kids, other black kids were other black kids. Somalis was all like we were also outcasts. Like, we were viewed as our own. You get it? And it's like we didn't really fit in anywhere else type of thing. And it was like there weren't that many of us, maybe 2 or 3 per year or whatever. That was the issue in itself. Our families, like, you know, the need for our families to make sure that, you know, we become successful. Listen, we came here to this country. You got to make something of yourself. You get
constant reminder.
Yeah, and like, you know, the added pressure as well. You get it? That if you don't make anything of yourself,
you're a loser.
You're a complete waste of space. Ever. You get what You're smiling though.
I know what you mean.
And it's not just from your family, it's the whole community are looking at you. So what are you doing now?
Exactly.
Yeah. That's
it's like you're measured. Like, you know, you're not valid as a person. Well, that's a bit extreme, but it's like when someone asks you, you know, Brala, nobody asks you. You know, they'll ask you how are you doing out of courtesy. They might not go delve into.
They really want to know.
Yeah, they might not delve into too deep.
How you doing then?
Yeah, they really want to know just what you're doing.
The question changes from how you're doing to what you're doing.
To what you do.
So like, what are you doing down there nowadays, bro?
Yeah, but that's so normal. Oh, that's so normal for my old generation.
That is so normal.
Mate, you can have a broken leg and they're saying, "What are you up to nowadays?"
Yeah.
But that I'll just segue real quick into one of your articles. I don't know who one of you wrote it because I read it the other day. How do you measure success? One of your boys wrote it. I don't know which one.
Man, I think that was.
I think it was decent. The fact that you've got, and we'll talk about the subjects and all the different things that you do in Scope. But one of them is the articles, right?
Yeah.
I've seen what is how do you measure success? Definitely. So that is also, I can imagine, one of the subjects that you touch upon.
Yeah, definitely.
And if I can ask you, how do you measure success, Jibril?
So I think success is personal to personal. Do you get it? Me personally, for me, I use the word personal 3 times now. Well, for me,
one more time.
It's like I've always been goal oriented. So I'm like, you know, I need to achieve this thing next, or I need to achieve that, and it's very I would say definitely for me, it's how I can better myself, in the light of myself. So how I view myself in third person. So say for example, I construct Jibril as a 3D image, whatever. What categories has he got? So okay, so one of the things I want to do maybe is I want to improve my deen. Do you get it? So I want to improve in that aspect of it. I might want to improve my mental capacity. I might want to improve my physical, you know, my fitness. I might want to improve other aspects of myself. Just so, you know, I know that I can just, so, you know, when I look at myself, I'm like, you know what, Jibril, you're doing X, Y, Z. And then I feel content. It's about feeling contentment for myself and knowing that I'm achieving my potential. Do you get it?
In all of those different...
In all of those different boxes, aspects of my life, innit? And I'm always hungry. So I'm always, if I achieve one thing, I want to do the next thing. I want to do the next thing. I want to do the next thing. And through that, and I still haven't mastered that aspect of it, but I've always, you know, they always say practice what you preach, right? They always say if you want to inspire someone, be a good example.
Oh, yeah.
So
true.
If I want to say, you know, if I want a group of young kids and I want them to all do better, what do people normally do? They say in front of them, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to do this. But if I say to them, hey, I've done this, I've done that, I've done this, and I'm the same as you, you can do that. That I feel like that can, you know, they can resonate with that a lot more.
Yeah.
So it's ultimately for me, it's just to keep improving myself, better myself, so I can better others as well. So if I know that I've helped them through that, then because I always feel like, you know, I can do a lot for other people, but I feel like I'm cheating them if I'm not doing my best to improve myself.
Well, that makes sense, of course.
And you start off with yourself, and then you start off with your home family. Then look who's around you. Help my family, help my mother, help my father. You know, make sure they're doing well. Then I can expand outwards and outwards.
MashaAllah, that's good. That's a good way to think. Is it the same for you, Jibril?
I think it's a question you always have to ponder over and reflect on, because it's ever changing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But ultimately, if I look at it from a bird's eye view, I want to have an impact and leave a legacy behind. And how is always going to be the question. You know what I mean? But for me, whatever it is, like whatever I'm doing, just leaving that positive impact wherever you go. Like the fact that you're bringing something to the table always. That's always something I'm trying to be more conscious about. And also the fact that I'm living, every year you get older, you get more intentional about everything you're doing. Everything's calculated. Like you're not going to do something randomly, or spontaneity just disappears. Everything is like, how do I feel about that? Do I really need to be doing that? How much time do I have or effort can I put into this? And that's how it is. You're always living more conscious. But success for me is trying to leave some sort of legacy behind, whether it's children, whether it's, you know, giving back to the community, doing projects for the community, and just having an impact on yourself and your surroundings. Do you know what I mean? To the best of your ability. And once you know you pass away, that you've, to an extent, try to make a difference to that society or community you're from. That's my success, basically.
That's good, man. These articles, yeah. I enjoyed them. They're not too long. Just it's like a good reminder to yourself. So are these just whatever you think, or everyone does their own homework on a subject? You give each other the subject, or because Scope it's like organized. It seems like it's organized anyway. So
the good thing about us is like there's 5 of us, and we all have different niches and we all have different interests and, you know, hobbies and other things. And then
is it all doctors or
no?
So it's a different field as well. Whatever.
Yeah. So some are working in tech, some are in IT, some other
engineering.
aspects. Engineering.
Oh, nice.
So everyone has their own little 2 cents that they can put in, and you know, we all have our own interests and hobbies that we all delve into. So it's kind of like you call it a melting pot of people just putting ideas, and whatever you write about, whatever you're passionate about, you get it. Yeah. Because there's going to be someone on the internet that will resonate to what you've written, basically.
Who wrote the
success one?
No, not the success one. Are Somalis black?
Somalis black. A contemporary, what was it? Contemporary view into that topic. It was Yasin.
Well, none of you on, yeah?
Yeah, one of the
but you've also overlooked that issue and you've had a conversation about that. A debate.
100%, yeah. And it's been a big discussion on Twitter and everywhere. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And I think, like, there's a big argument about how can you even have this debate? And I think a lot of people are misunderstanding the question. The question is not, are Somalis black? You know what I mean? Like, that's not the question. The question is, you know, I don't know. I feel like it's a heavy kind of topic for us in the UK. Do you know what I mean?
Only in the UK, right?
Only in the UK because of the dynamics of how Somalis grew up and how we came into this society, right? So we have a lot of North Americans saying, "What do you mean, man? Like, you're black, your brothers, you went through the same struggles, blah blah, all of that stuff." No, we didn't. Do you know what I mean? Like, we're the same skin color, but our realities has been so different. Being East African was a joke until a few years ago. Do you know what I mean? Like, remember school, man? Like, school, like, they could finish a diss with, "At least I'm not Somali." That was a diss itself. You know what I mean?
At least I'm not Somalian.
Somalian, yeah. At least I was a Somalian.
It's a bit mad.
You heard that one too many times, yeah?
Yeah, it's a bit mad. It's a bit mad.
And the thing is, so we've had completely different experience to North America. I feel like North America, the African Americans and the Somalis and all black people have some sort of
under the same umbrella.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Here, the Caribbeans came like a lot before us. So they integrated into society. Then I think some African groups, maybe West Africa, some groups came before us. Then there was an influx of East Africans all of a sudden. And no one understood who the hell this group of people were, man. Like,
coming randomly, bruv.
Yeah.
Mom's wearing all these long coats and big jilbabs and all that.
Yeah, and the fact what was the biggest problem, well, not a problem, but the issue with Somalis was that, right, you like can relate to the Muslims, but you can also relate to you know your African brothers and your black brothers. Like you men are playing too many cards.
Yeah, it's true. I got into trouble a few times in school. Well, I got into trouble too many times. Like I got into trouble too many times. I'm chilling with the Asians. The black ones, yo, what's going on, man? You can't just pick and choose. I'm going to the brothers. The Asians are saying, brother, I thought you Muslim, bro.
What's going on here, man?
What's going on in this guy, bro?
You know, it all boils down to define blackness. What is being black? That's a question you need to ask. So different people have different perceptions of that word as well. Do you get it? What is it? Is it a color? Is it a political identity? Is it a social construct? What is it in the first place? Do you get it? So you have to kind of like go a bit back, and where did a name even come from? In North America, it was pretty evident. Post transatlantic slave trade, these people were just categorized as the N-word or black people, and you kind of translates from there. In Europe, you might have they don't really have a slave trade like that. And then I'm not even going to go to the main history, but you know what I'm talking about. But you need to understand, in like Oslo in the UK now, so our culture is very different. Our the way we are is very different. So the other black people, like Caribbeans or whatever, we're too distinct from each other to relate to each other. So if that identity that they took and said we are black, how can then they share that with us when we are so different from them? And the only thing that we share is skin color. Do you get it? So that's where all the contentions came from, where a Somali person would be like, you know what? I can't be the same as them. We are so different.
But we didn't even decide that.
Yeah.
Like in school, they would be like, you can't be black. Yeah. Because you've got soft hair. Look at you guys. This and that.
Yeah. But that was. I think that was just uneducated.
No, it was this whole argument's uneducated.
Yeah,
it's true.
It's
just. It's not, because think about it this way: if you went to Africa now, is there a thing as a black person?
Where are you from? I'm black.
No, it's not gonna work. I'm Ghanaian.
Or
I'm Nigerian. Or I'm from Hosa. Or I'm from this tribe.
Yeah.
That's why you are identified in Africa. Yeah. But for some reason, you went from being Yoruba to being black in the UK. Explain yourself. That's not going to work.
Also, like when two Caucasians are talking, they're not going to be, oh, well, yeah, I'm white. I'm Caucasian. Like, you're never going to state the obvious.
Nah, but that just goes to show when you take a fish who swims in a small pond into the ocean, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So a white person can be Irish in Liverpool rather than say I'm a Scouser. But when he goes to Africa, he's a white person.
He's white.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's the same. It's the opposite. It's the opposite. It's the same here.
Exactly.
So a Somali in Africa is a Somali rather than a Sudani.
But the argument.
But when he comes here,
black person.
he's African. I don't know what it is, because when I was in school, it was not even. It was, I'm not black. I'm English. They used to say to me.
Yeah, remember.
They used to say that to me. Like,
who's this?
The black people, bro. Because me, I come from Holland to. You're black, bro.
Yeah.
To, we're all black. And then they're saying, bro, I'm English, bro. My nan's English. I'm English. I'm born English. Until a few years ago, shout my brothers in school. Yeah. Until a few years ago, they're doing big BLM marches, Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's all But I know they're uneducated at the time.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking, bro, you used to tell me you weren't black, bro. You used to tell me you was English.
Like you said, it was all a very uneducated, you know, stupid debate.
I know, I do. Obviously, I think it's all silly, but I do like the fact that you bring in subjects that you can debate to Scope. So, we'll go on. What else is Scope? It's also a podcast.
Yeah, so it started off as a website in 2014, and then we went on to doing podcasts. And the problem with trying to every time step it up and innovate and do the next thing is you're not doing one thing too well. Like, you're always on to the next thing that's going on. So when we were doing podcasts, probably the one, or if not the only Somali podcast about
what year was that?
Say it again. 2014. Yeah, there weren't podcast was not even a thing like that. Do you know what I mean?
It wasn't.
Then we thought, okay, we've been doing podcasts for a bit. Let's move on to YouTube. Do you know what I mean? And then podcast, put it to the side. You know what I mean? We started doing YouTube, maybe 2015, I think it was. Yeah. And we've been doing YouTube ever since, on and off. Do you know what I mean? But in between, like, we're trying to make difference. For us, like, making videos was just to reach people, just to make them think, and just plant that seed of, you know, start that discussion and what can we do about it in terms of solutions, right? What we were focusing on were events. And events, like, that's when you can have true human connections, you know, see what the, like...
You can bring people together.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And that's, I feel like that's where we kind of connected most with people and your listeners and your viewers. It made a big difference because you're bringing together a group of people that think alike.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And it's powerful when you're sitting there and someone is changing your mind on something you've been stubborn on for so long, and you think, actually, I've never thought about it that way. You're right.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because I feel like, depending on what area you grew up in, or like what part of the world you grew up in, like here in Birmingham, I feel like we all sing from the same hymn sheet. Do you know what I mean? Like, we all say the same things because of our lived experiences and the environment we grew up in. Do you know what I mean? Now, when you're exposed to the rest of the world and people that have
different opinions,
but they look like you, you're thinking, hold up.
How the hell did you
you know
that's a bit bad.
You can never say to that person, I disagree, because you never lived in what
experience. And that's, you know, when I was younger, like when I was 18, 19 and I was first starting university, and I grew up in Birmingham, there was a lot of black and there was a lot of white. There was a lot of right and there was a lot of wrong. My grey was minimal, right? Then I went to university and I left Birmingham. And I realized, hold up, there's more grey than there is black and white. Everything's shaded. Do you know what I mean? It's all about experiences. It's all about, you know, upbringing. It's all about, like, not everyone has been brought up the same way you've been brought up. Do you know what I mean? In the same environment, in the same conditions. You know, not everything is just right or wrong. You're either doing this or, bro, you fell off.
You're a bit mad.
You're a bit mad. And that's when I realized, listen, I have a lot of unlearning to do and a lot of growing up to do. Do you know what I mean? So I remember I came back, like, after my first year of uni, I came back to my dad and I said to him, Albo, like, I'm sure you said, well, I have a yamin or a shimal, like, there's no, like, left or right. I have a right or wrong. He's like, yeah, now this is the real world. You know, all of that was guidelines. As a youngster, because youngster, you can't say there's so much grey. You know, it depends on interpretation, lived experience, this and that. You know what I mean?
Can't comprehend it, innit?
Yeah, you can't comprehend it. It's like when you start in school, you start with GCSE, half of the science. By the time you get to college, and they'll be like, yeah, everything you learn to GCSE, forget about it. You know what I mean? This is how they're real. And then when you go to uni, you feel like, oh, well, the college, what we learned there was a bit basic. Yeah. So it's the same with, you know, like, life. Every day you're learning more things about yourself, other people, society, and then you think, hold up, you know what? I'm so ignorant.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I'm so naive. There's so much you need to learn. Wallahi.
Well, that makes sense. Yeah. So to wrap that up, Hali, remember your earlier question you asked about the success. We both get of each other. So I have my own definition. Afterhours has its own definition, but Scope is a vehicle to reach out to those people that you want to have a positive impact on. So whether it's making, like, to have that legacy, or to show people, you know, how you are and how you can achieve more, Scope is enabling us to do that, basically. So if you have a dream, like if you want to do something, having a right format of reaching people in this day and age of the internet and YouTube is probably the best way to go about it. So essentially, we thought, you're like, you know what, this is a good way to do it, and this is the kind of path we're taking. So that's you know, the essence of what Scope is for us.
It's a platform to reach people, and it's not about numbers. And this is the only advice I can give you. Once you start, everyone is number focused. How many subscribers do I have? How many views do I have? How many people are engaging? All of that stuff. Right? Wallahi, all of that is not important, because the way we think about it, like now, if a video gets 500, 600, 700 views, right? In the grand scheme of things, we look at it and think, rah, 700 views.
No, but the 700 people have watched it, man.
700 people, and you could never fit them in a room.
Yeah.
If you stood in front of 700 people and spoke, you would stutter.
Look at that.
Do you know what I mean? And 700 people watch your stuff and thought, okay, maybe I agree, maybe I disagree.
Regardless, they watched it.
They've watched it. You've kind of made them ponder, made them think.
Put it out there to be judged.
Put it out there, you know what I mean? To be vulnerable or judged or like engaged with. Do you know what I mean? And if you can make a difference to one person's life, you've done it. Like, that's it. Wallahi, look, if you, that's what you need to think about. Like, it's the impact. You need to think about, right, have I impacted one person's life today?
Yeah.
And if you have, wallahi, that is the best feeling. You know, if someone messages you and says, listen, I was listening to XYZ, this is how it made me feel, and I'd just like to say thank you. Bro, you're sleeping good that night.
Yeah, bro. Thanks to everyone that tuned in. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you've really learned a lot. Anyone that's going into the medical field, please do get in touch with Abdifatah and Jibril. With that being said, thanks a lot for tuning into part 1. Don't go anywhere. Part 2 is coming next week. We'll be talking about mental health. We'll be talking about, you know what, the boys will be grilling me a little bit. It's time for me to be on the hot seat. Thanks a lot for tuning in, man. I appreciate that. Make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe. Do that now, man, because you get me, I'm bringing you content. You get me? Do that, and then going forward, make sure you tune into next week's episode. Part 2 of episode 5 will be out. Thanks a lot. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Love.